Hey y'all, how you doing? Y'all, hope everybody doing good. Up early, bright and early. Shout out to all my workers. Shout out to my members. Shout out to my members. Yes. And shout out to my subscribers and those who support the channel. We appreciate you. But definitely shout out to all my members. They're doing an outstanding job supporting me. Y'all, these are my opinion and not necessarily facts. And the purpose of this content is to give, not to bash the family, but give my condolences and put awareness on Alexis' name and to talk about some things that has taken place over the years and some recaps of what's going on or what had already happened. So I'm gonna give y'all time to get in. Make sure you like and share the video. And just a reminder, it's not necessary that you be here if you don't want to be here. But welcome chat and please stay on topics. Please stay on the topics. I'm not talking about nothing but Alexis Ware. This is her awareness. First of all, I want to give most respect to her family because this is their child and their sisters and cousins and daughter. This is their family. And I just like this family for some reason. I just like them. Now, for those of them, let me. I'm gonna go ahead on and get started. I don't wait on no numbers. I just go ahead on and respect those who are already here. Okay. Alexis Ware went missing in Anderson County nearby 3 years ago. She was last seen at the 7-Eleven on the Highway 29 North on January the 30th, 2022. When Alexis went missing, she wasn't but 29 years old, y'all. She was 29 at the time. 2022, y'all, and we in 25. Oh, wow. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. Hold on for a second. Yes. Alexis told her mama she don't think she's going to see her 30th birthday. Alexis' mom and her family reached out and did they really look for their daughter. We all try to help, much as I can on this channel. Now, her mother actually reached out to SLED to try to get them involved in her missing case, along with other individuals like the FBI and the Attorney General office. Now, what this act would do, y'all, this act, the Alexis Ware Missing Person Act, would allow families to request state resources if they feel that the case is hitting a standstill. And right now, that's what I'm thinking, that the case is hitting a standstill. So the mother did reach out to SLED. She did. And that is known as Alexis Ware Bill. They got Alexis Ware Bill. Okay? Bill. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to put awareness on. I want to check out, I hear people talking about the news people, the news people, what they be saying, and are they doing enough? what's going on or what happened to Alexis. She was last seen on Highway, like I just said a few minutes ago, last seen on Highway 29 North on January 30th, y'all. January 30th. It's almost here. My son was born on the 31st of January. And I never forget this when Alexis went missing on January 30th, which is coming up. But it was back in 2022. Authorities confirmed on February the 3rd, 2022, that her car was found in another part of the state. Another part of the state. But there was still no sign of Alexis. Her family is still searching for her. And like the mother says, someone knows something. Someone knows something, y'all. This case right here really does something to me. I think, y'all, I just be going in a zone. I just be thinking. When I think of Alexis, I go into a zone like how, what do you do when people start looking for your child? What do you do? What do mothers do when somebody start, when people start searching for your loved one? What do you do as a parent? Even though they did what they had to do to reach out to find their daughter. I hope that bill that they got, Alexis Ware bill that come out, I really hope that this will help other young ladies, who be in this kind of situation. I really do. They have had so many. Travis has reached out to so many different TVs here, and to her brother, into the television, to on different shows, looking for his sister. He did a Deadline at that time. He said, my sister is missing, but I haven't accepted the fact that she actually in fact missing. And that's the part that been the hardest for him, because I feel like I'm in a nightmare. That's exactly what I just said. It looked like it just did something to me. I don't know. I just don't know. What do you do? What do you do, especially when you're a mother in this kind of situation like this? What do you do? The mother, back in July of 2022, Deadline told Alexis' story in season 1 of the Deadline Missing in American podcast series. Alexis' mother, Alberta Grace Simpson, told Andrea Cannon, I miss my child every day. I keep asking God to send me a clue. Help me. Sometimes I sit in the car by myself, away from the kids, and I just have my moments, just racking my brains, trying to figure out what happened. What do I need to do? Show me, guide me. Wow. Now, with that Alexis Ware at, y'all, that's on the best update we could ever have is the Alexis Ware Act, which will allow for families to request help from SLED, South Carolina, or Law Enforcement Division directly. Typically, SLED has to be invited in by the department investigating a missing person case. That bill was presented to the Greensville County Legislative delegation delegation earlier this week, but no decision was made during the meeting. Alexis Ware is still missing, y'all. If you know something about her disappearance, call the Anderson County Sheriff's Office at 864-82. Let me start over so you won't get confused. Let me start. I'm a human. I make mistakes. Call the Anderson County Sheriff's Office at 864-260-4405. Or you can submit information through Crime Stoppers at 1-888-CRIME-SC. So what I want to do is go over some of the news coverage. And at the end of that, I have a little short video. Very short video to show y'all. Wow, this is crazy. I never seen a case like this case. I never seen a case like this case before in my life. Okay, y'all, let's take a look at this. Let's go over this video right here, y'all. Let me turn the music on. Let's check the news out. What the news folks saying or what they said. You know what I mean? Let's check that out. Hold on, y'all. Share this. Okay, share. Okay, share. Let me hold on, yeah. Share entire. Allow. What I'm gonna do is give you my reaction on the information that they provided for us to listen to at the time. Here we go. Hold on, yeah. Let me make sure y'all can see it. Okay, we're gonna check. This was one of the earlier news broadcasts that was on Alexis. Okay, y'all, let's check this out. Let's check this out right here.
Missing in the upstate. The mother of two was last seen at the 7-Eleven on Highway 29 North in Anderson. Today, the Anderson County Sheriff's Office revealed that the father of Alexis's son is no longer a person of interest by detectives. That man was the last person to see Ware the day that she went missing. The FBI is also assisting in the search. There's a $5,000 reward being offered by Crime Stoppers.
Now, that is one news that kind of like sort of cleared one of the baby father. They cleared him. And he the one that she went through a lot of, in and out with, let's check. See, they didn't hard to say nothing. See how that news just did like that? Okay, let me just say this. Da. Don't. And they went away. Wow. This is, my thing is this, y'all. What do we do if your daughter or your son or your somebody, some kid you missing, and you just forget about talking about them? what do y'all do? What is it that you do? Do you forget about trying to piece out the puzzle or try to go and locate? Maybe somebody should be talking or saying something. Let's end this missing person with a good note. What do you do in a situation like this? I wouldn't know what to do. Because I had a mother went missing, but we out here, in Georgia, boy, they went down. Boy, they went. We knew that she wasn't supposed to be missing because she ain't did nothing to be missing. She was just missing because of her mind. She was 83 years old, but she gets around, but her mind slipped. Dementia kept kicked in, and it took her to some water, to a lake. That's why when I think about her, I think, and she slipped and she got out of the car. She went around her car, but she didn't have her cane. But it was so dark out there, she slipped back into the lake. So that means my mother drowned. So my thing with Alexis Ware case, that's why I asked where they found her car. Did she go into the water? Did they check the water? Did they really check that water like they said they did? I mean, I don't know. I just did everything I can help. But now let's check this news out, y'all. What kind of awareness they put on this news right here? They just gonna run through it right quick because they ain't looking for it no way. Not the family. I'm talking about the source, the resources. Are they really looking for her daughter? Do they care? It's not their daughter. Some people say, well, it's not my child.
Only on fact, an update on a case we've been following since a mom of two disappeared about a year ago. This is Alexis Ware.
Turn this up.
January 30th. And today we are learning from investigators somebody in Alexis Ware's close inner circle has been ruled out as a suspect. It's a big development. We could tell you it is someone deputies have been talking with throughout the investigation, and they can now say this person is not involved in her disappearance. Fox Carolina's Brooklyn Cromer talks with her family. Monday marks 1 year Alexis Ware vanished from her apartment here in Greenville. Though the FBI has been brought in, her family wants.
So this is the apartment Rocky Creek where she was living at. Look like a nice neighborhood. Look like very nice. But this is where she seen the black truck.
Eyes on the case. On Monday, they're going to the Attorney General's office in Columbia, asking for help with the investigation. After leaving her apartment in Greenville and driving to Anderson less than an hour later, Alexis was last seen pulling out of the 7-Eleven on Highway 29 North. Since then, her red Honda was found by deputies in McCormick County near the Georgia state line. Her personal belongings, including 2 cell phones, found inside the car, though ground searches of the area found no signs of the missing 29-year-old mom. Her son's father tells Ware's mom that Alexis dropped off her 2 kids, then sped away from the gas station. Her mom talking to her just hours before she went missing, and says one of their last conversations still haunts her. Alexis tells her someone in a black truck had been following her for several weeks, and she was afraid. Alexis's mom says more needs to be done to help find her daughter.
A year has passed, and nothing has changed from the first day of her disappearance. And we're just hoping for some closure. We pray for closure. We need answers. Her children need answers. I have to deal with the fact that her daughter lay down and cry for her mom. We decided to go to the Attorney General office requesting that they step in and take over the case because it's been a year. We've decided that it should be fresh eyes on this. I don't think what should have been done is being done. I need answers. We need answers.
If you know anything about Alexis Ware's disappearance, you're asked for Crime Stoppers at 1-888-CRIME-SC.
Okay, yeah, let's go back. I just say that. Now this, I'm gonna tell you this where it got me at. Okay, let me play it a little bit. Let me go back and react on it.
Only on Fox, an update on a case we've been following since a mom of 2 disappeared about a year ago. This is Alexis Ware.
Okay, this one I'm worrying about is if this person is missing, do the investigation supposed to stop and close and shut up? That I'm confused. I'm trying to find out, y'all. If the baby is if she's missing, 29-year-old, and she missing, what do you do? Close the case? Stop looking? What do the system does about this? Is this a murder case? Is this a missing murder case? What is this? What do they think it called? Ladies and gents, y'all need to think about this because it can happen to anybody anytime soon. So you don't close a case because a person go missing. You don't forget about how am I gonna forget about my daughter? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. How do you close a case? If you close the case, you saying it ain't nothing you can do about it. It got to be something you can do about it. Just in 2022, just 4 years. So if you close and say let's shut it down, let's close it like that. So what title are you going to give her? What title? What the name? You're going to say missing and murder, or what you going to say kidnapping? What do you say?
Somebody in Alexis Ware's close inner circle has been ruled out as a suspect. It's a big development. We can tell you it is someone deputies have been talking with.
Okay. The baby daddy, the oldest baby daddy, he's not a suspect. Okay, whoopee. He's not a suspect. Okay, so what? So what? He's not a suspect. How long ago?
And they can now say this person is not involved in her disappearance.
So, okay, y'all. They taking one baby daddy out. Okay, they taking one father out. They took him out. So let's get into. I'm gonna get into my other baby daddy in a few minutes. Okay, because he seemed like a nice guy to me. Both of them seem like a nice guy, but I don't know.
Fox Carolina's Brooklyn Cromer talks with her family. Monday marks 1 year since Alexis Ware vanished from her apartment here in Greenville. Though the FBI has been brought in, her family wants more eyes on the case. On Monday, they're going to the Attorney General's office in Columbia, asking for help with the investigation. After leaving her apartment in Greenville and
okay, this is the route that Alexis Ware took, y'all, when she went missing. And this is important. This is the route that she took when she left her apartment. Why did she go somewhere she don't go? You mean to tell me that she dropped her kids with her baby daddy and disappeared? It seemed like me, Alexis ran out of time. She was rushing. And okay, I got to do this right quick. I got to go. It seemed like she was running an errand or something like that. Or somebody had a clock on her. You know what I mean? Like, I got to do this. I got to be here. If I don't be there at a certain time, it won't happen. It's something where like she was on a time clock. Because listen how she left.
Anderson, less than an hour later, Alexis was last seen pulling out of the 7-Eleven on Highway.
Okay, now she's pulling out the 7-Eleven. She going that way. Why is her car headed toward Kermit though? Why? Who stay down there? Why is it taking her down there?
29 North.
See, she went north. She didn't go back south. Why she go north? Alexis, y'all talk to somebody. You don't just go missing it without talking to someone. Somebody she talked with. Somebody she told something to. Somebody needs to talk and just go on and tell. Just go. I know you embarrassed because you didn't tell, but you need to talk and tell. Because she went north. She had to tell somebody something.
Her red Honda was found by deputies in McCormick County near the Georgia.
Why is it that she went north? And now her car found? In another portion of the state that she don't be, of the city she don't go to? She leave the gas station, go north, end up with her car in some woods? Who did she go to? She had to go to somebody because her car is there. On the way, they'll take her phone if they ask for it. Her when she left and went around that curve, went north, she was going somewhere. And the somewhere took her car in some woods. Why? What's the purpose of it? And listen, y'all, what they found in the car.
Georgia state line. Her personal belongings, including 2 cell phones, found inside the car.
Now, the people did something very smart. It seemed like whoever this is don't work with the law before. It seemed like they don't work with the law before. They're officer. They're officer. They don't been an officer before. Because the reason why I say that, y'all, because the phone would trace. You could trace people on your phone. So they took both of the phone. They took her daughter's phone. And they had to take the daughter phone because the daughter phone allegedly might be connected to the mama phone. Whoever didn't want the car got a tracker on it. The phone has a tracker on it. You can trace, you can find out what people are location. So let's leave the car, take her phone and her purse, everything, put it right here. Because if they left the daughter her phone, then they would definitely know where she was. But they don't want y'all to know where she is, period. Not supposed to locate her, period. Y'all weren't even supposed to find the car, period. But y'all found the car. And that will surprise them that y'all found that car. How did they find that car? What made them go to McCormick and find that car? Because that's where that car last traced. Y'all see what I mean? So they had to do something with her. They had to transfer her to another car, or was she already transferred? And they took the car there. It seemed like a whole lot of people in this right here. It's like a whole lot of people got their hand on this.
Also, if y'all can hear me. Give me a pause if y'all hear me. I think y'all can hear me. Give me a pause so y'all can hear me. Hard song. this cap shit out right now.
This is the older baby daddy.
As soon as y'all can hear me, we're gonna address this Pebbles lady. First of all, this woman called my phone. Blow my phone up. Half the time when y'all sending messages, I don't get them. Because if you're not on my, if you know anything about Facebook, if you're not my friend, it's not gonna come to my messenger. It's gonna go to my other. When you click on your face, you have a whole nother list of messages from people that's not your friends that's gonna send you a message request. This lady blowed up my phone, text me, and prior to all these spiritual juju readers, card readers, or whatever, I ain't seen her name in the news feed when she was praying for Lex. People ain't genuine and not being saying it from day one. Because the whole entire time you been on Lex's case, and I'm talking about Pebbles Bam Bam, you was on here saying everything that you done heard, saying all this, what you done seen, all this, what you done saw. Then you got the praying. Not once have I seen a person pray with their eyes open and sitting there watching their views as it goes up. So when she called me, I was already mad. And that was on Lex's birthday. I was already mad because, like, damn, like, this shit really, really crazy. My baby mama ain't here. I was already mad because my family is being hurt by this whole situation. My mama and my family members was at her balloon release.
Found inside the car.
Oh, this woman called my phone. She was already talking crazy, talking loud to me, erratically, trying to speak over me. So I off top, I said, "Are you recording me?" Because I don't like to be recorded. Let me be recorded off my own free will. You recording me, asking me questions, ain't got nothing pertaining to help finding Lex.
Now, y'all, he's not talking about Alexis. He's talking about another content creator.
Though ground searches of the area found no signs of the missing 29-year-old mom. Her son's father tells Ware's mom that Alexis dropped off her two kids, then...
I'm not going to let nobody use her name for clout. I'm not going to let nobody use her name for gain. If anything, we're supposed to be out here continue on praying, continue on wishing, continue on searching. And it's sad. So now I seen a couple of things where it was like, oh, if you listen to the daughter, if you listen to the daughter on the interview or something like that, or a man that came to a live mentioning the daughter might have seen the truck at Sosa house. Bullshit. Straight bullshit.
So he said that they trying to say that the daughter saw the truck at his house, the black truck. What Steve and everybody want the mama just X out. Mama, you ain't got to X out that black truck. Keep that black truck in your mind, because that's what your daughter told you.
Then away from the gas station, her mom talking to her just hours before she went missing, and says one of their last conversations still haunts her. One in a black truck had been following her for several...
See, that black truck, the mama, I know Steve want her to forget about all this, but mom, don't forget about that black truck. Don't forget about that black truck, because it's the important thing in her vision was the black truck. What is she trying to tell you about a black truck? She trying to tell you something about that black truck. That's what Alexis trying to do. And they trying to distract you. You keep thinking about that black truck.
And she was afraid. Alexis's mom says more.
Now, everybody pointing fingers, but everybody Alexis came and kind of with. So let me start this back off from January the 28th. January 28th, that was that Friday. Somebody called me. They say, you seen your baby mama post? I'm like, nah, what she post? They're like, she posted a lottery ticket or something. Like she done won the lottery. I said, well, if she did, that's her business. I'm happy for her.
Right.
I was like, nah, for real, you need to goddamn go look at it. Not knowing that everybody trying to paint me and Liz having a bad relationship. I never been blocked from her page. But I'm not one of them type of people that's going page watch. I'm not one of the type of people who need to go and see what somebody that I know doing every damn day.
Right.
When I get on Facebook, I go through my news feed. That's it. I don't type in no names. So let's go back to church. Okay, I got that call. They said, baby mom talking crazy. She posted virus. So immediately I was on the phone with my homegirl. I say, hold on. And if she watching this live, she get on here and say the same exact thing. I said, hold on, let me call goddamn my baby mama right quick. So when I called my baby mama, Naomi picked up the phone. I said, what y'all doing, girl? Where your mom at? She said, my mama in the store. I said, well, who in the car with y'all? She said, just me and my brother. I said, your mama left y'all in the car while she went in the store? She's like, yeah. I said, well, your mama...
Now, that made me thought that maybe she was going to run in and run back out. You know what I mean? She's going to run in and run back out the stove. That's why she didn't take them out the car.
What needs to be done to help find her daughter?
A year has passed, and nothing has changed from the first day of her disappearance. And we're just hoping for some closure. We pray for closure. We need answers.
Get back to the car. You call me. Naomi called me from her phone. Lex was talking to the little baby boy because he had been crying. She got on the phone. I say, what's up, Lex? What the hell you at? She say, I'm gone. I said, what gone what? I said, why Naomi ain't in school? She said, everybody need a getaway. I ain't think too much past it or nothing like that. I said, okay, you good? Are you okay? She hung up the phone. I texted her again. I say, are you okay? She called me back. She say, send me something for gas. I was like, I don't fuck with cash out like that, but I'm about to send it to you. I sent the money for her for gas. Call and say, you get it? She said, yeah. I said, are you sure you okay? Just hold the phone. She said, yeah. She said, I'm ahead of these bitches. These bitches being hating on me. These bitches being jealous of me.
I wonder what she mean by that. I wonder what she mean by that. She ahead of them. Who's she talking about?
Ain't knowing how my baby mommy is, I left it alone. Because you say something to the wrong way, then she'll be mad all over again. Cash out the money twice. And if they have that cash out, they can see that. Left it alone. Called her again. She's like, I'm gonna call you back because the baby had been crying. I was like, okay, you still gonna bring her to me? She texted me. She was like, I'm gonna hit you back on the way on my way headed back. Okay. Saturday, spoke to her again. And that's when she sent me a message. I'm hit you when we headed back because she had something bringing me my child to me. Because, you know, me and her, we was working on our relationship as co-parents. Because if anybody know Alexis, she get mad, and first thing she want to do is keep something that you love away from you. Still waiting for my child all day Saturday. Never popped up, never pulled up. Sunday, called her phone, no answer. All right, well, shit, it is what it is, you know. I ain't gonna keep calling her phone because I ain't trying to make her mad. I'm trying to stay on her good side. And which ain't never been on her bad side because anything I done ever said about my baby mama always been facts. Monday morning, I went to work. I think that Monday afternoon, Monday night, or it could have been Tuesday morning, somebody called my phone and say, they saying your baby mama missing. I say, what the fuck? I just talked to her over the weekend. I say, no, my baby mama ain't missing. I just talked to her over the weekend.
See, he just talked to Alexis over the weekend. How could she be missing? That makes sense what he just said. How could she be missing? And he just talked to her. He just talked to her this weekend. That weekend, he just spoke to her. But what just got me a few minutes ago, and I have to say this, when Naomi said the baby was crying, that means that Alexis stayed in that store longer than needed. You know what I mean? Because, you know, y'all, we got kids. You know, our kids, we just going to run in there and run back out of there. We shouldn't have no problem. But if we run in there and we stayed in there, that means that when a baby cried, that means that the mama gone too long. And he want his mama, she want his mama. You know what I mean? That's what baby does. So Alexis was in that store for a long time, y'all. And the baby know the sickness of the baby tells me that the mama was in there a long time. And he want his mama.
I was like, yeah, look on Facebook. Immediately after I looked on Facebook, I seen it. I got in contact with the closest kin, and that's her cousin. But I'm not gonna say her name out of the respect that I have for her husband. I said, what this? They talking about Lex missing. She said, call my phone. She sent me her number through Facebook. When I got on the phone, I guess the family had already had like a conference call set up, and she added me to the conference call. She like, y'all, this Reggie right here. And I said, what's going on? They was like, yeah, Lex missing. I say, for real? They was like, yeah. She's like, when the last time you talked to her? I said, I talked to her over the weekend. She was in Georgia. First thing I asked, coming to me as a father, I said, when my child is? Because if my child was with Lex, then my child is missing as well. But her cousin say, I got Naomi. Naomi good.
Well, how she get Naomi? How did the cousin get Naomi? How she get Naomi? What's going on here? The cousin got Naomi, but later on, the TJ gonna have the baby, the boy daddy gonna have him. So the cousin got to know something.
I say, well, I'm gonna do what I need to do, and I'm gonna hit up everybody that I know Lex been in contact with.
But if Lex is missing, why do the cousin have the daughter? If Lex is missing, why do the cousin have the daughter? If she dropped the children out with the baby daddy, how the cousin get Naomi? Y'all see what I mean? Alexis supposed to be missing, right? She's supposed to be missing right now, right? Why he just said that they said she was missing. And she said she got Naomi. How she gonna have Naomi and the dad is supposed to have Naomi and the boy? Y'all see what I'm saying? I know somebody know what I'm saying. He just said she was missing. that they said she was missing. She said, "Well, Naomi." He said, "I got Naomi." So how the cousin get Naomi in the children post, and Alexis dropped the children out with TJ. All right, let's keep going. I'm just saying.
They be hanging around with or whatever like that. So I hung up the phone with them. I called two people that I know that Lex done been hanging with in the last couple of weeks or whatever like that. And did her dancing friends. I'm gonna say, when I say dancing friends, don't mean that I'm saying that Lex is a dancer. She might have did her little thing once or twice or 3 times or whatever, but she always been shy. She would never know person to go out there and do that. And that's why people like, wow, like Lex dance, she ain't doing it in time because she always worried about her image. And from my understanding, whenever she had been did it, it went like, no, she took off her clothes, nothing like this. Mainly like she was helping her friends, like being a house mom or bartender. But when I thought about it, I said, you know what? 2 weeks ago, on the 14th, when I had January 14th, that's when I had Naomi. She said that she had to go bartend somewhere. That's when she had on the black cat suit, I guess. So I hit up her friends. I ain't gonna say their name. Well, y'all already know one. And she was like, get in contact with such and such. Madison, get in contact with Madison. I said, okay. I said, what's her name on Facebook? Madison. Hit up Madison. I said, you talk to Lex? She's like, I talked to her on a weekend or whatever like that. It's strange because she's missing. I said, it is. And if I'm lying, you can ask these people. I say, so what club was Lex at in Greenwood that she bartended at? They was like, I don't know. So I said, let me start naming clubs because I'm kind of familiar with Greenwood off the script of the people that's from Greenwood that I know. So I come up for, I say, what's our names in Greenwood? The Hood, Rookies, Elite. I say, what's
Okay.
But this Thursday, marked 3 years since Alexis Ware from a 7-Eleven in Anderson County. Her car was later found near the Georgia state line, but she was nowhere to be found.
And that case remains open under the Anderson County Sheriff's Office case. But for other missing persons, Alexis Ware's mother says since her disappearance, their family has been left with constant despair. And now, as they continue to push for answers in her case, they're also hoping to help other families through the Alexis Ware Act.
This case will be 3 years old with absolutely no type of resolve whatsoever.
Uncertainty and anguish, words Alexis Ware's mother used in a letter describing her emotions the last few years.
Not have the resources to conduct a thorough investigation, and we believe that SLED would have the ability to do so.
Along with Alexis Ware's sister, community activist Bruce Wilson presented Greenville legislators the Alexis Ware Act. The proposed legislation would allow families of missing persons to request SLED takeover cases which remain unsolved after 12 months. Along with the act, Wilson included a letter from SLED responding to Ware's mother's request for their assistance.
And one thing they say is that we cannot do anything because we have to be invited. And that's been the problem. They haven't been invited.
In a statement from June, the Anderson County Sheriff's Office told us their detectives are immensely invested in Ware's case. It went on to say SLED and other agencies are aware of elements of the case.
They understand that it takes time. They understand the resources. They get all of that. But what they are completely upset with, didn't understand, is that when it came to receiving meaningful communication with the investigator or the individual that's over that case, it was lacking. It wasn't there.
Ware's family is hopeful if a legislator sponsors the bill, it could help bring them and other families one step closer to answers.
The impact of Alexis' disappearance is not limited to our family alone. Her children are suffering immensely, grappling with the absence of their mother and the unanswered questions. That's all.
Kennedy Harris, Fox Killer News.
was like, we gotta get back to you that. So the girl called me. I called the girl or whatever, the other girl, and I was like, so what's the club that Alexis was at in Augusta or whatever when y'all was doing y'all thing? She was like, I don't know, but I'm gonna send you the owner number. And if I'm lying, you can ask the cousin this, because everything I knew from day one, from searching for Lex, I sent all information to them. The places the people she know, the places she been, the shit that she sent to my phone prior to the day she became missing.
I just don't understand how if TJ had the children, she dropped them off at the gas station. How did the cousin get Naomi, her daughter? How did the cousin get the daughter? If she's supposed to be missing during the time you called, while you talking to her, she's missing. This is crazy. This don't sound right because it seems like her children everywhere from the way y'all talking.
And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every information that came to me that week, I sent it to the family. Well, I sent it to the cousin to get it to the family. Every day, you can ask this cousin, I call to check on my child. I text message like, hey, when Naomi got out of school, how I call me. And her cousin did it every day. Every day.
So
Talk to my child, make sure she was good. Hey, how you doing, Naomi? How was school today?
So
it was good. This.
you say every day. So the cousin had the child every day. I'm just going what you saying. I ain't going against him or nothing like that. I'm just saying what he just said. Said the cousin had the child. Good Jesus. So cousin had the child every day you talking about. So why the girl get away? I'm confused.
Hey then, baby, I'll call you tomorrow. Okay, Daddy. Love you too. That Thursday is when they was gonna do a search. I rolled with some people that was already with them at Spinks waiting for the search. I said, bro, I'm on my way back down the road. You know what? Meet me at Ingles. I'm hopping in the car with you. We gonna ride down there. They was already 30 minutes ahead of us. But by the time we got to McCormick, everybody was at the marathon. Such was handing out flyers, don't know her name. I seen her friends. I seen her cousin. I seen Alizé. I seen Madison. We got the flyers. Everybody was falling behind each other. Even seen one of the councilmen, Derek Quarles, even seen he was down there too. Yeah. They started handing out flyers, giving everybody a stack of flyers. So by the time we took off, everybody was already jumping out their cars, handing out flyers. The person I rode with, we went through McCormick, we went through Lincolnton, we went through Leah, and like 2 other counties. Every gas station that we was coming across, of every business we was coming to, was Indian gas station. So they wouldn't allow me to put the flyers inside the business, but I could post them any place outside the business, on the window, on the gas pumps, on the ice coolers. I did all that. I had to hop out because my boy, they was driving. It take him too much to get out the car because he in a wheelchair. And me and him rode on back roads. We rode through the woods. We tried to find out where the car was at. So I called the investigator off top. And I said, can you give me the location of where her car was found at? And the investigator was like, no. He was like, where are y'all? I said, we're in McCormick. We about to do a search. He said, I don't think that's a good idea because they can hinder the case. Or y'all can tamper with evidence. So I called the cousin immediately. I say, this is what the investigator said. But I say, you know what? Fuck what the police got to say. Fuck what the police got to say. We're going to go out here, we're going to do our thing. So me and my partner, you know what I'm saying, we was just riding past areas, you know, of what they were saying her car was in Maddock and McCormick and all this other stuff. We started seeing like these lakes. We drove all the way through till we went to when we got to the Savannah River. Savannah River and Lake Strong Thurman is all in that same area. Went our way across the state line, came all the way back. We did it twice, trying to find areas to place our fly at. Every time we seen a black person step outside, they call them jumping out the car like, oh, it's my baby mama. You know, if you see anything, you heard anything, you seen this car, let me know. let the authorities know, call the police. And most of the people's like, yeah, we seen this on the news, but we'll be on the lookout. So crazy that it is. We did all that. Me and my boys out there 3-4 hours driving in circles. We was going and through cakes, all type of stuff, just to trying to figure out like what could the car be. Because at that time we searching for the car. We trying to find where the police at with the car, whoever that is. That Thursday afternoon, I made it back up the road about 3 or 4. I hopped in my car back at Eagles. I made it home. Talked over with my sister. I said, well, you know what? I'm off tomorrow, but I'm supposed to be getting the Army today, and I'll take her to school, and we'll try to figure this out. I immediately called the cousins. I say, hey, and I got all this through text. I keep all my receipts. I say, hey, what do I need to meet you at with my child, or what time do I need to come and get her? Her cousin say, I don't think that's a good idea for the grandma. Grandma said it's not a good idea. So immediately I jumped into father mode. Like, what the fuck you talking about? Like, that's my child. How the fuck y'all gonna tell me what is not a good idea, good time to get my child? I'm infuriated. Now I'm mad. Called the cousin 2 or 3 more times. She, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't picking up the phone. Called her from my sister's phone. She wasn't picking up the phone. For then I feel on now like, oh y'all trying to keep my child away from me or whatever. I feel like that Thursday after I was trying to so much to get my child. After we done talked about it all week, that my last day of work, I'm gonna get my child. That Friday morning, I called my job. I can go to my computer tomorrow. I called my job. I emailed them. And I called and I said, hey, my daughter mom is missing. I don't know what's going on at this time, but I may have to change my schedule up for my child. And Friday morning, call, get my child. No response. So automatically, what I did is I'm going down there to these white people. I'm gonna let these white people have this shit. Cause I ain't about to go through this shit again. You know, I already go through enough with Lex. You know, when she mad, she keep my child away from me, or when she got something going on, she keep my child away from me, or whatever like that. Y'all can ask any boyfriend. She always played these games. She did it way before Naomi even was here. I can prove this shit. You can go on my page and see this shit. Like even before my child came, oh, that's why when she come, you ain't going such and such. She been doing this for 9 years. You know what I'm saying? Anybody know me? Anybody know how she been with me? They know. So Friday, I get to the place. I go talk to the mediator or the caseworker that me and Lester always had or whatever from day one. She was like, what's wrong? I said, my daughter is missing, and these people have my child, and I'm trying to figure out what's the legal way to go get my child. The woman said, go get your child. That's your child. You the custodial father. She's like, hold up. Let me check my computer right quick for something. She was like, sir, there's no visitation order being placed against you. Your baby mama don't have an open DSS case against you, or she'll have no DSS case with your name in it, period. You don't have no visitation order against you or nothing like that. Go get your child. She printed off all these documents for me. And she said, where's your child currently located at? I say, she's, from my knowledge, she's from the grandma house. She said, do you have the authorities number around in that area so we need somebody to escort you? I say, no. Let me call. So when I called some county, and she was like, no, such and such address, which is the grandmother's, is not in our jurisdiction. Call over to Saluda County. Call to Saluda County, talk to the head sheriff, corporal, I forgot his first name. And he said, hey, yeah, we can send some officers out there now and tell her, you know, yeah, she need to call you about your child or whatever like that. If you need escorting, just come down here and we'll go. 2 or 3 times we done went and she wasn't there, but I did not know that the times that we was going, she was at these search parties. Because every search party I went to, I never seen her mother. She might have been there in the beginning, she might have been there at the end, or she might have been there in the middle, but I never seen her. You know, because I'm already mad. Like, I already got my child on the news. My baby mama already missing. Like, my baby mama missed. My child was the last person in the car. Then my child could probably be at some harm. Especially everybody hitting my Facebook up. Messenger. You see how your child looked in the interview. You see how your child looked in the interview. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, so they do a whole interview, not me, not even gonna call me or ask me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing interviews on the news. They ain't said nothing to me. Ain't said nothing to my family because they only have a family besides that family as well. Now I got all these people trying to pinpoint me, making me out of a suspect. Everybody know where I was at this Sunday. I was watching the game before the Super Bowl. Everybody knows the script for me and Lex. Ain't nothing gonna ever have no problem, nothing like that. We have our little problem when she get mad, and you know it is what it is. I don't like the fact that people defaming her name because they want to do it when she was here. I don't like the fact that friends that she trusts with certain pictures put this shit out when she not here. I don't like the fact that people claiming that they love her and I ain't never seen. My baby mama didn't fuck with nobody. She only had 2 friends that I know of. One initial was SW, and the other one is KD. And I can't say no names because, you know, I'm gonna keep it just like that. I hit them up. Like, y'all know of who Lex could have been talking to or whatever. They was like, nah, she ain't showed us this. But then I sent them a picture of this one person that put her name out there, put her picture of this one person. They put her picture out there that Lex trusted Alexis to talk to. Put her name out there. It's a female. And I was like, have you ever seen this person? And her friends can tell you this. Have you ever seen this person? Like, yeah, they showed me a picture of her a couple of times. Some of this person page. And, you know, they was in the car and had the flyers on their window and all this other stuff, shirt on with Lex on and all this other stuff. I never reached out to that person because the way that the screenshots and stuff came to me, it was like that, oh, this person was with this person, searching with this person. Then this when I started getting the screenshots from Alizé. And she posted or whatever, talking to the family. And I hit her, you can ask, I say, so what's this about my baby mama keys? She said, oh yeah, she did send me the screenshots. And I kept asking her, like, I want to see everything ahead of that particular screenshot. Because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about Lex older sister Jazz. I'm thinking about Smoke. I'm like, she wouldn't give her stuff away. She would have gave it to her brother. Or Jazz. You know what I'm saying? She would rather for her brother have her car, whatever like that. I don't understand. You gonna give this one person all this other stuff based off of mentorship. All your salon equipment at your house to this person. TVs, Lex got microphones at her house. You don't give all this to this person so she can start over. What about your brother's
Maybe somebody didn't want. Maybe Alexis was protecting her family and the people that she loved. Maybe.
starting over? Then that made me think that she was a suspect. It brought thoughts in my mind. But I'm not the type of person that's gonna automatically assume. I'm gonna gather my research, then I'm gonna state facts. Hit her up. Call the club on and hit him up. You know, last time I seen Lex, oh, she called me over the weekend. Hit the family. I said, hey, this is a club on the name right here. This is number. Days went by and still no Lex. People start doing search parties, and I'm going to the search parties, but damn near in the background because I want to see the activity that's going on. And every time I was just seeing, it was a bunch of like not genuine people. not genuine people. I didn't I didn't say nothing bad about your niece or whatever. I just stated that she gave this some of the screenshots, which is already them being out there. So you can go ahead and cut that craziness out. um, Stood in the background and basically I would see like people out here taking selfies, people out here laughing, and all this other stuff. And to me, it wasn't like that. What is this about? This is about going, passing out these flyers, going out, knocking on these doors. There's nothing funny about this situation, this scenario. So I still kept doing my own thing with the searches. I didn't need them people because I didn't need them from day one. Because I didn't feel like they was genuine. I feel like everybody was just around. They're standing around and basically just trying to get information so they can bring it back to Facebook and take it to these Facebook groups. Then like days go past and now I'm meeting all these loved ones, all these friends. Hit up my brother. My brother, me and him talked. He told me that he was in Raleigh. I say, is you coming down here? He was like, I just moved. I'm gonna need some help. Off the strength of that being her brother, and he can come on here and say this shit as well. I say, I'm gonna help you get down here. What does it take? So he got some of cash. He got some of cash out to get down here. And I say, you know what? I'm gonna have people sending you cash outs all day until you get here. And if I'm lying, he go in here and say I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'll post facts. Because I don't know why people said I was gathering money to keep in my own pocket. Because I was gathering money for the help the situation. Hit him up, send him that. Then I started getting all these texts and Facebook shit. Somebody saying that the brother ain't doing this or doing it, or clout tracing or whatever. That's none of my business. I know my heart was right on what I did. If he decided to use whatever he received and used it for his own gain, that's between him and God.
Mm-hmm.
That has shit to do with me. Because I know my heart is good. My blessing gonna come off me being good. Seeing the shit that the aunt was saying and all this other stuff, and me and her done talk. I can understand at a moment of people missing that you don't know who the suspect is, or you don't know who to be mad at. I understand that, and that's why me and her talking. I started sending her the same shit. Like, this is what I know. This is shit that came to me, and whatever information that I have, I'm gonna continue on sending it to you, and you can be the mediator on who you give it to. And I left it at that. I don't know why people trying to say my daughter don't want to be around me. My daughter being with me every fucking weekend up till Lex came missing. You got to. I never had to. I done talked to the dude before. I understand what he was doing. I understand that what had happened. There's other channels that's been doing the same thing. Me and him talked about that. But that's still not going to bring Lex home. She's out here missing. Whether she ran away off herself, whether she ran away on her own free will, nobody knows where this child is at. That's what bothers me. That's what hurts me. Because in my family, ain't nothing bad that ever happened. Besides my brother getting killed. And that's on my daddy's side. But any type of craziness or how people, family be losing family behind gun violence, behind getting beat up, behind murders, and all that shit doesn't happen in my family. Because my family is tight and they strong like that. So, but to have my baby mama missing, and I'm a God-fearing man, and I'm not out here doing shit to nobody, doing nothing wrong with nobody, speaking nothing wrong to nobody, that I feel that anybody that's around me is covered as well as me. This is a whole missing person out here, man. A whole missing person with 2 kids, a son and a daughter. They look forward to their mother being there.
All right, y'all. That was one of the baby father. That was the oldest daughter. That's her oldest child. That was her father speaking, y'all. And I just like I say, I just only thing I gotta do is just keep the awareness out there. Cause I don't understand how the detective not gonna act like nobody not missing and ain't nobody around. What do they think? You know, this is somebody's child. I don't think the mama would be making up stuff like this about her own child. I don't think so, y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section. I'm out, y'all.